loading into their third week matchup, James. What do you think? How are we going to go? We got SPYS starting on defense. That's surely going to give them a leg up.
Yeah, I think there's also an argument to be made to wanting to go into the easier side, though, to start an attack, go into the easier side, and then just kind of like regain your momentum off of it. Because once you get into that second half of the match, it can be kind of hard to pressure yourself through. But I guess it's down to preference. SPYS are going to have the first ban, however, since they do start defense, and it's going to be the Capitao ban.
Yeah, not surprised. I think we actually saw this featured as well in the past couple of weeks from either of these teams. Capitao is not a popular operator they want to go against, so they get rid of that one. And the Blackbeard as well is going to go out, and I'm seriously not surprised about that. Cafe is one of those maps, if you can perch yourself up on a rappel nice on one of the windows, you can get quite a few picks with long lines of sight. So getting rid of that one is probably pretty appropriate on a given map.
Yeah, SPYS did ban out Capitao last week when they were against Samsung Morningstar's Athena on Coastline. So, yeah, definitely a normal ban for them. bTitans will finish off their bans with a mirror ban, disable all of those black mirrors from being used, and we'll see the final ban coming up from SPYS very quick on that one, and we'll see what it's going to be an Echo.
And then, of course, Alice there saying, why did you take our ban? And what a shame, because that could have left the other team able to ban something else, but pretty default bans coming out that I would expect, other than maybe the Capitao. Some people would argue Blackbeard not really being a typical ban, not something you need to ban these days. But I argue there's quite a few capable players on both teams to utilize the Blackbeard. So
I think a Zofia ban might have been really good here, honestly. Like, if you're going to go with a very specific ban. I think
even
Pascal...
an IQ, we saw IQ as well being banned out as well. I think that was also a really good target ban. Even if it's a map specific target ban, those are the kind of operators that if you ban, they can be crippling.
So we're going to see the 6-bit coming up from the Frost onto the Valkyrie here from Pascal. No surprises there for anyone who's been watching SPYS come out through. Everyone knows that Pascal definitely loves a bit of Valkyrie. Also, just to talk about the mirror ban as well, SPYS did ban out mirror in both of their matches so far. So they could have gone with the whole, like, go through the entire season only banning mirror, but not to be.
Not to be. And look at that uniform that Pascal's rocking as well. It almost screams, shoot me here. This bright yellow McDonald's, whatever you want to call it, James. That's exactly what it looks like. And I actually don't mind it from a cosmetic perspective, but you can see that they're running the Mozzie as well. That's going to give them the destructibility alongside the smoke, because it takes an extra long time to get these damn desks open up on the top floor here. So they'll spend almost the entire prep phase making rotates, opening up all of those desks. And Alice looks like she'll be playing in Pixel Corner here, and an ADS to accompany is going to be perfect.
Yeah, looks like Valkyrie cams from Pascal are going to be going out to this west side balcony just outside of Piano and seeing what kind of spawn peak she can get away with there, or any kind of jump outs. It's going to land just on the floor out there, and we'll see how much use she's going to get out of that, really. But we'll see bTitans starting their attack, and it looks like it's going to be a very heavy hold coming out from SPYS here on Piano, so they've dedicated Valkyrie to that.
Fortunately for CC, she's out the wrong side with her scanner. They're pinging as to where they think it may have landed, and that's generally the default spot out to the south, sort of southwest area to throw a Valk cam. So they actually can't find it because it's in one of the most ridiculous spots that you're not thinking to check. So it actually won't be able to spot them other than the rappel, and whether or not Pascal's even going to be able to capitalize on that, whether she jumps out or she asks Miux to jump out below, I'm not entirely sure if she can even capitalize on it.
There's something that's changed actually in the SPYS' strategy. Like last week, we saw a disconnect and a blood sacrifice from them, which actually won them the round. We haven't seen that come out this week, so a bit of a change up in strategy there. It's always good to see that teams are changing it up and not doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's also good to see bTitans throwing out quite a few drones. They want to make sure that there's no one below. Miux did actually drop below after shotgunning the hatch open next to Cigar. So they need to make sure that they get this piano wall open ASAP, because almost half the round has elapsed and they still have full piano control, full below piano control as well. So that's extremely dangerous. And Alice has wide stairs control. So there's a lot of control still in the hands of the defenders.
Yeah, definitely, but bTitans starting to do the work, trying to do what they can here. Thermite charge is going to go down, and Pascal's just going to get the hell out of there. Valkyrie just trying to hold down and do what she can there. in the piano area, but it doesn't look like she's just got droned out just yet. And that time is definitely ticking down. bTitans really need to get a move on and need to get some security control here if they want to really go for the push. 1 minute left remaining on the clock, and Schnat has made to find her way into Cigar. CC holding down Red Hole and Red Stairs and seeing what she can do there as the work is being done from below. Both Pascal and Miox, both below, both have nitros, both able to deny its plant. Sophia Charge is going down deep into the site, but bTitans still not really gaining the control that they need, and this pixel angle with the shield is definitely denying a lot of control. Alice just playing off of that very slowly. EMPs are going to go out, drones going up onto Red Stairs, and oh, she shot their own Claymore! Oh, that is not good at all. And then King Neo trying to push up, the impact goes down onto that shield to try and push off it, but only 25 seconds left to go on the clock. Alice just holding it down, but Novo goes out of it. That's the smoke down already as Alice pushes up, but she goes down. It's a triple kill across the board. This is not looking good. It's only got the nitros below to deny, but it's not a lot of time left. The Twitch goes down. Mr. King needs us out of it. And they're holding down Freezer. Miox rotates all the way through into Cocktail. The IQ takes down Pascal. It's all down to Miox to try and bring in the round. The diffuser goes down, but Miox can't find it. And bTitans take the round in what was looking very iffy there for a few seconds.
My goodness, bTitans almost did not have that round if it wasn't for Miss Incognito swinging in and taking that shot into bathroom, and of course then rotating straight back out, which is an extremely smart decision because she had no idea the Jaeger was right there in front of her as well. So that initial pick that she was able to take, almost reminiscent of a vitality push there, and unfortunately 2 C4s below, 2 whole C4s below. Not enough intel because of the IQ above, and that left them absolutely perilous to being able to rotate back up. Good effort there by Moyox, but just wasn't to be.
Wasn't to be indeed. I definitely like the strategy coming out from SPYS there to play below the nitros, play off of the plant denial, play off the time. Almost worked out for them, but a great entry from Incognito. Allowing Novo to get caught out like that, I feel like Alice made a slight mistake playing a little bit too conservatively there. Especially when there was like little time left, but SPYS is going to have to work on their defense here if they want to really bring something in. But yeah, a lot of control for bTitans very, very quickly. I really thought that that was a lost round because they just didn't have the control that they really needed, but kudos to them to bring it in there and see SPYS and see what they can do here. Something that BDS do here, which I quite like, is rather than putting the shield on kind of like a peak angle, you put it kind of vertical just in the door. So that they can't push through at all.
Yeah, I like that idea as well, because if you force someone to vault, you're also forcing them to misplace themselves as they come around the corner, essentially. So if you sit there with a shotgun, for example, that's an almost instant kill. You're almost guaranteed that kind of kill. So I would like to see SPYS run it the same way they did, and it does look like they are running it the same way, because it's not that it didn't work, but unfortunately Valkyr, or Pascal in this instance, she dropped off really early. She was able to get away, but she didn't do anything after she dropped off. She needed to have challenged with the individual who was holding pixel angle on shield as well. So whether or not she just laid down, I mean, no one was repelling behind her. She had every opportunity to stay up there on stage.
Yeah, this is definitely a much more passive SPYS than we're used to seeing. Hopefully we see a little bit more aggression coming out from them. As you said, like, you can be very, very quick on this map, and we just saw bTitans do just that. They had the control that they necessarily needed for that push, and within 20 seconds, they were in the site, they had a triple kill, and they were planting the diffuser. They were doing really well in that regard. So, we'll see how the rest of this go down, but so far, so good from bTitans. Honestly, kind of reminds me from how NSG was playing last week.
Yeah, I definitely agree, because NSG is such a I wouldn't say overly critical, but they're always super critical about how they get in there. This is the step. We need this. We need that. Hold angles, wait for picks. And then once we do it, boom, go. That's when we know how to execute. So I'm glad to see that bTitans, even if they are a little bit slow with getting in and taking the control initially, they do make good use of it once they've got it.
Well, we'll see how bTitans do with things this round. Still very slow on this entry, but they're getting their objectives and they're getting everything done in basically the same time frame they were doing things last time. And Pascal doing the exact same thing she did last time as well. Sophia charges are going down. However, Miox is getting caught out and is going to go down. That is a massive mistake from Miox's part, and she's going to go down for it. That's one nitro off the board. Another nitro being thrown out, but just about missing its mark. Pascal's going to rotate all the way outside. Oh, no. Oh, what a disaster. Incognito's guns her down in the street. And we'll see now a 5v3. Both nitros off the board so early on.
Oh no, James, that was not how you do it. And when I said do it again, I didn't mean that. Tri-Baton, however, gonna clap back straight on a Miss Incognito, gonna shut her down before she's able to swing through bathroom. And Shinny's gonna trade straight back on a Tri-Baton. This is a 4v2, and now SPYS, they're gonna hope that their last two are going to be able to hold this back. It's Alice and Novo, some of the strong gunners of SPYS. They're now going to open the wall, asking for someone to hold that, and Schneider's in a really good position here to hold that whilst the exothermic is placed down. Novo has one smoke bay remaining, and she's going to have to put it to good use with only 10 seconds left.
Yeah, she's going to have to try and deny this plant as it goes down. Is she going to be planting down? Alice pushing aggressively onto White. Does manage to deny the plant, but no, it's going to go down. And there we go. Alice going to try and push up White and see what she can do here. Trying to play off the shield that is still up. And she's going to get pre-fired a little bit here. Just trying to very aggressively fight, but they're just playing so patiently. A great shot from Alice. Is going to take out Razzo, but taking some shots of her own. Is going to try and retake and see what she can do now. It seems to have abandoned the site just yet. A gun to Cocktail. And bTitans hold on to it. Deshini takes her down, and bTitans take round number 2. 2 successful attacks to them. I think that SPYS need to go to a different site at this point, because this is just not working.
I don't know what it is either, James, because obviously Miyux in that instance decided to assist her teammate in holding piano because she wasn't able to last time. And it seemed to me as if they were so, I guess, they weren't coordinated in the way that they wanted to hold piano. So Miyux really pushed up in Cigar, got herself caught out, and all she needed to have done was actually hold piano more effectively with Pascal. So it seems to be like these roamers are disconnected in the way that they want to coordinate these sectional holds. And you're right, they need to go somewhere else. They are going to go downstairs finally, and Pascal's actually going to switch over to the Maestro. So I think an anchor from Pascal might do well. Maybe she's not feeling confident with her gun skill at the moment or the way that she wants to play it. And yeah, that might work better because now we've seen a couple of the other players like Tri-Baton, who's actually been popping off with the dock, going on to the Vigil. So I think there's been a role swap here for this particular side.
Yeah, I think you need the dock there to just hold down Cocktail and just to peek out of heaven. And you don't necessarily need a long angle. You can hold it with a long angle here, and I think that's kind of... I would expect a Maestro to play around that kind of like prep room window. But I guess we'll see how the rest of this go down, and we'll see exactly where this Vigil's being used. Definitely an interesting roam strategy coming up from them. SPYS opting not to bring a Mozzie this time. Something that I felt was going to be pretty critical here, because I think that Mozzie can be pretty popular on this map. But we do see the castle being brought by Novo, who surprisingly isn't going to be playing Smoke.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a switch around, actually. Miyux actually is then also role swapping onto the Smoke. So I think there's been a discussion that something needs to change. Something's not going right here. They are going to do a bakery hold. That castle is absolutely necessary. And if Novo is their castle player, is their most proficient castle player, then it's not a surprise these roles have sort of swapped around. So I am wondering, and if our beautiful observer could go down and look at bakery for me, whether or not they actually reinforce the wall right next to the castle that accompanies the small room there. I'm not sure whether our observer can hear me right now, but I don't know if that's actually reinforced. Can we zoom up right on that wall there? Okay, it's not. That's super dangerous. Alice could get wallbanged in 3 seconds.
Well, we'll see how this does indeed go down. Quite a lot of rotates going through here, but yeah,
there it is. There it is.
That needs to be reinforced. Alice is going to get out of there. She's not actually going to go down for it, but Tri-Baton on the roam is going to find a kill, but instantly traded out by Razzo. Good communication from bTitans. They've lost their IQ, but they managed to take down the roaming Vigil. So things definitely going into the way of bTitans right now. They definitely have a lot of control right now, and they have their entry as well as that. So they also have bakery control right now. Well, this is a bit of friendly fire information there.
Someone's got outlines off, I think. Goodness me. Miyux is in a really good spot here to hold VIP, and I actually really like that position because we spoke about it before when we had SMS Athena playing on this map. Not a lot of people drone that spot super effectively. I don't think it's a major spot to drone unless you're going to do a white stairs take. As you can see, it's a bakery take for this one, and Deshidi's actually wondering whether or not she's going to open that line of sight because it's a very important one, and the vertical control goes over to bTitans. So now they have it. It's a bit off-putting. They don't have the IQ there to assist with that one, but They do have enough time to be able to get these walls open. And if they want, they could just use the rotate already created by SPYS. But Mayux does get that kill from VIP with the shotgun. That was the purpose of having the shotgun there. Granted, it was the smoke. And these are going to be a flurry of trades.
Yeah, and the push-in does come through. Dashini trying to get in, but oh, Pascal just smacks 2 people off the board. And it's all down to Razzo to try and bring something in. Trade goes on to Novo. Great shot coming out from Razzo, because she's going to have to find 2 more if she wants to bring all of this in. Playing very dangerously around these crouching rotates. Only 20 seconds left to go on the clock, however, to try and make something happen. Razzo trying to push through all the way into small and see what she can do here, but she has all these rotates going in, but surely they're going to know, and yes, they will. It's going to be a triple kill from Pascal, otherwise known as Valkyria, and she will absolutely destroy the push coming through. I thought this was a really good use of Maestro cams as well, with a Maestro cam behind the bakery counter to stop that wall getting opened.
Yeah, look, I did wonder when they first placed them down, I wonder to what point they were going to use that, because you can actually place it up further on top of the table. You can actually vault the table and put it up on the wall high up there, and then you could see, you know, the rotate into small, and you could see the front door that way. So it, to me, didn't need to be right behind the counter, but that one was hidden there. You're right. It was, the point of it was to be stealth. So, yeah, no, that's a great utilization of it there. I think Pascal felt a little bit better moving on to a different role. So, yeah, I'm very glad that she did swap off of that, because we had Tribatten doing work.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Yeah, no, we definitely did that IQ pick. I think definitely was essential. You did mention, I believe from last week, the IQ normally does bring breach charges. I could be wrong about that, but yeah, I guess that was your point about the vertical play, that the fact that they can't really play off of that very well, and the fact that they can't really see any gadgets or anything like that. They can't like open up more stuff. Yeah, okay, she has breach charges, so and that's exactly what you should be doing. You should be bringing IQ breach charges most of the time. So yeah, I guess we'll see how things do go through on this round. Things have not been great for SPYS on this upstairs defense. We are going to be seeing a Legion being brought by Pascal instead of the Valkyrie, which, you know, is definitely interesting for Valkyrie not to want to bring the Valkyrie here.
Look, I think after the first 2 rounds, she's possibly got some PTSD with that operator, and I don't think it was the operator in its own right. I think it was the setup, the way that they had her placed, and the inability to be able to crossfire with other teammates. So it was a little bit of a miscoordination there, and you can see Muyux there going, there's no need for me to partner the mute jammer with my Mozzie there. So that one comes off the wall, and they'll replace that one, and they have changed up their strategy slightly. The toes, the toes of Novo will almost get taken off, but it's not to be. And now you can see Alice roaming downstairs on the Jaeger. I'm not sure what her purpose will be, as usually you place a C4 below, and they'll drone her out eventually, and she'll just rotate up white by the looks of it.
Yeah, I thought Alice would really be playing around onto that white hole like she has been doing, but that was very aggressive from Pascal. But she is going to take out Missing Incognito. Wait, what? Did she jump down the hatch?
Okay, we've seen Miss Incognito be aggressive, but that's a whole new level of aggressivity that I'm seeing there.
Yeah, definitely. Almost a TK coming out from Razzo there, but CC only get away with a little bit of damage. Pascal going to drop down onto the bottom of red stairs and see what kind of damage she can do here. It's going to go for the peak, but it's very lit up right now. CC unable to confirm the kill, but has done a huge amount of damage there to Pascal and Alice, both downstairs, but with no plant down. And as you said, right, like playing a Jaeger and Legion below, this isn't going to give you a lot of control.
The C4 is thrown out by Muyux. Again, is going to miss, but the bounce over is going to collect 1. Can she collect 2? She's done the right thing. She's rotated over to Cigar. If she peeks around this corner, she's going to be able to take someone off guard, but Schneider's still on the hatch. This will be able to protect her if she was to swing out through Cigar door. The peaks will come out. She'll try and take 1. There's not enough ammunition for it. And now they'll have Cigar control, but a Legion mine, and that's why you take it.
Oh my god, this is a disaster right now for bTitans. Alice is going to go below to see what she can do up here onto New Balk. But the Sheeny seeing what she can do to push through. Her and Schnat to try and work through this together. Do have control of the diffuser and still have a little bit of it, but no, sprinting straight into Alice's sight line, and Try Batten finishes off. Spies take their first upstairs defense, and they even it out at 2 apiece.
It was looking rather dangerous for bTitans really early on in that round, actually. Not sure what Miss Incognito... In fact, I will take that back. I will take that statement straight back. I knew exactly what she was doing. No one was watching the Skylight drop. She's very correct. She would have droned out the fact that Valkyria was playing right next to the hatch drop and in clear sight of the Skylight drop. So dropping down and being able to take that kill would have been quite easy for her. Unfortunately... for whatever freakish reaction reason, we had Pascal look directly towards the Skylight drop as she did it. So whether the timing was off, whether she heard the little bit of glass that breaks as you vault, amazing reaction time there. And yeah, good round there from SPYS.
Bit of a disaster for bTitans, but definitely think that SPYS being more aggressive there and just wanting to fight that entry is definitely good, because it is very easy to get really bunched up on top red. And that's kind of what they were doing, right? We saw like 3 people there as Miux peaked. So I think bTitans were a little bit uncoordinated there and who was watching what angle, and that allowed that Zofia kill to happen. Some definite issues coming through here, but SPYS going to be moving through for their third site, is going to be reading and dining room, and they're going to be holding primarily from above, it looks like.
Yeah, I think that's probably one of the more appropriate ways to hold the site, given that is where most of the utility, most of the players will be going from the side of bTitans. So if you can put enough people up there and hold it, you pretty much cancel out. That's where the round will end, essentially, from above. So that's a good way to hold it. I am worried that there's a lack of sight lines, I should say, excuse that, sight lines that are being opened up a fireplace across to reading. So if they were to just push fireplace and there's no sight lines open, there may be some issues in retaking that room.
It's a lot of drones that are just pointing through that skylight.
You know, you can never have enough drones, James.
Yeah.
Trust me.
I really want to see the whole 5-man drone push. That's what I'm looking for.
Every single player on a drone. Everyone
Yeah.
needs to have eyes on the ground.
So we'll see bTitans just droning upstairs, but kind of a more conservative hold than I thought it was going to be. So Valkyrie just trying to play around that shield. Pascal playing up into heaven and see what she can do. Legion Mines are getting detonated. Kind of ironic that IQ is getting found by that, but Try Batten is going to find the first kill of the round and instantly traded out. And Miss Incognito finds the other roamer. Great roam clear work from bTitans here, but it is going to be Miux who's still above. A triple roam upstairs, and Miux is going to be rewarded with a kill onto Incognito. And that is kind of like the 2 big fraggers gone already from SPYS.
Poor
Don't have
Dashi
breach
there.
charges.
Yep, does not have the breach charges. I think she thought she had because she was going to open up the hatch there above train, but
Your IQ does have breach charges, and I assume your Thatcher does as well.
yes, I'm gonna make the assumption. Actually, Thatcher might have a claymore for red stairs. That's usually the operator that would sort of feature
Okay.
that. And you see CC, boom, he's gonna open the hatch straight up. And of course, Legion's unfortunate
His
body
dead
will
body.
find out.
Sent as a warning down into the site.
Very much a warning, but with a 3v3, this is still very much doable for both teams now. It's a minute left on the clock, and they will drone out. It does look like the way in which the drones are pushing that they do want to do a fireplace push, strangely enough, and all they need to do is use these breaching charges above to get this open. And look at this. This is what they'll want to do.
Well, there we go. Headband charges are going to go down. And yeah, you are right. Lack of sightlines being opened up into dining is definitely going to be a good thing here. Miux does have a little bit of an angle there onto dining from reading. And we'll see smokes are going to go out from Nova to stop any of that control coming into their favor. But Ashini does have that little hole being opened up. She could actually get in here and go for a plant if she was brave. Oh, she is going to go for it. I like this plant strategy. This is very sneaky. Novo is going to throw out smoke a little bit too late, though, and I think a little bit too early as CC is going to take down Novo. Trades come out galore, and it's all down to Miux. She does get the kill with the pre-fire, and that's a double kill for her. But Schnat from the hatch. What a great angle that she has here to be able to hold it down. Miux, however, is wary of this, and has rotated all the way above. Schnat holding down onto Piano, and we'll see exactly how that does go down. Miux does find the drone. Looks like Schnat actually might drop here, and she has done. Oh, what a smart play from Schnat.
God.
And Yoxis are going to have to drop down as well. The pre-fires are coming up, but she has absolutely no idea where she is. Goes for the pre-fire. She sees her, but she gets taken down. Schnat clutches around. What a big brain IQ play.
I want to give an absolute shout out to Schnat because honestly, she has been playing these hatches like a goddess. When she was on top of red hatch as well, protecting her teammates on both red stairs and cigar door, she was doing an excellent job of it. And then that timing to know that the tick, the bomb was ticking down, and if no one was on it yet, surely they were trying to find her. So dropping down was just perfect. And yeah, guys, I'm loving the love for Sternab in chat, by the way, because he is a gorgeous
Oh my
human
God.
specimen, and we should all lust after him. And that's exactly what I'm seeing in chat. So big love hearts in chat for the man, the one and only James Sternab Parkinson. Please and thank you.
I would also like to give a shout out to Pseudoscopic, who's gifted a sub to Charlotte and is actually giving 10 gifted subs overall. So big thanks to Pseudoscopic. Don't forget that the prize pool has been altered so that all of the donations, subs, bits, anything like that that we get through the stream immediately goes to the community-driven prize pool for CCS Women's League. So get donating.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a community-run thing, guys. We have volunteers all behind the scenes running this entire thing for you every single damn week. It absolutely makes my heart burst every time I see the work these guys put in. And yeah, anything you can throw through will give a community-driven prize pool. So that's always very important. But what a close game, James. I didn't expect it to be this close. I don't think anyone expected it to be this close. And look at that cam.
Well, I mean, we haven't seen either of these teams on Cafe yet. So we didn't really know what to expect because Cafe is still a very new map and it's still very hard to see like who's really familiar with Cafe. I know a lot of teams still don't really like Cafe. They still don't think it's a great map, and you see things like that go through quite a lot. So, but it does seem like both these teams are quite familiar with Cafe, but I would say that bTitans a little bit more so. They definitely have their strats down, but they're going into their final attack now. Things are looking very good for them, and that Maestro Cam that we were so heavily praising is going to go down so early on. And Alice is in a very bad position, but that wall in small is now reinforced.
I think they've learned from that one. You did see Dashini actually shooting through to see whether she can get away with it again. It's not going to be, and now we've got the Nomad being featured on CC. That's a good addition. That's going to stop any of the flanks, especially if they do open bakery and whatnot. They're going to be pretty confident getting into that. Alice has a nick of damage taken off of her, but if they want to get rid of her, they're going to have to push in together. And I don't think there's enough assistance from the defensive side. Look at that. Razo's going to peek out, take out Novo. And then, in a flurry of kills, Alice will also be taken out. That's Bakery Control. What is going on here? This looks like bTitans are ready to go.
It's a good push so far from bTitans, but things are starting to strike back. Tribaton up onto Red Stairs managed to gain a little bit of control here. As the bakery wall has now been opened up. Shini could be droning it out and seeing what kind of push she can go for. We still have the Maestro up on site as well as Miyux. I assume still has smokes up on the board. Playing very, very far behind in what I like to call fire. Yeah, okay. Smoke is going to go out. Poking through! Oh, well, there you go. She could be leaving a little bit more damage. She can get a headshot. Now a 4v2, and the plant has gone down successfully from bTitans. The push starting to go through, but Triban getting caught out. It's all down to Pascal to get a quadruple kill if she wants to bring this in. There's one. She had to find 3 more. I'm very patiently playing, just hopping up and just going for the full ADS hard spam. We'll see how this is going to work out for her. Slowly creeping up. So she's with a lot of intel, and she is going to get caught out because of it. Razo takes her down, and bTitans are looking absolutely excellent here on Cafe. 4-2 lead for them. They may be handing SPYS their first loss.
This is very unexpected. I mean, mind you, Cafe, we're still working out what the meta is, what the split is between whether or not it's defender-sided or attacking-sided. Most people argue at the moment it's a little bit more defender-sided. You got top floor and bottom floor being the most preferred sites, being quite viable in a lot of the holds that currently exist. But, I mean, SPYS getting taken advantage of in every single round that they go ahead. So, I wouldn't like to see how bTitans do their defensive half, because if it's as strong as they're attacking, SPYS could be in a lot of trouble, like you said.
They could be in a lot of trouble, but we'll see how they do on the attack. You did praise SPYS for their ability to move fast on the attack. We'll see exactly how that's going to work out. Interestingly, no Zofia. from SPYS here.
Attackers need to locate and
Oh, sorry. There's Zofia, but not on the person I thought was going to be playing Zofia.
Yeah, usually Pascal rocking the Zofia, am I right?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
there we go. Okay, instead Pascal's going to rock the sledge, which
possibly
is
for
going to
the
be really helpful.
nades.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess. Yeah. So, yeah, we'll see how things go down. I do like the mute multi combo being brought here on the defense. We saw a little bit of some SPYS, but straight off the bat from bTitans, we'll see that does work out for them. Definitely the ability to kind of remove info from the attackers, because I generally feel by the end of the round, the attackers should have more intel than the defenders do. So, your ability to just take away drones and take away intel and just generally slow down the attack is going to benefit you a lot on Cafe.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. And looking at the defensive lineup there, they've got the mute, they've got the Mozzie, they've got the Doc, they've got everything I would expect for a top floor hold. You know, they've got the ACOG there as well, rocking. So, and who better to put on it than Miss Incognito? She's been absolutely popping off this game. So they've got everything they need to effectively hold this. But like we spoke about before, SPYS can be quick on their attack, but I think maybe their confidence has been a little busted over the past 7 rounds.
Yeah, potentially. I mean, being down 4-2 going into an attack on Cafe is definitely not a good position to be in. It's not unwinnable, but it's definitely going to be a bit of an uphill battle here. But we'll see how things do go down, and bTitans are going to be holding on. They're not running the shield strat, though, like SPYS were during their defenses. Although, actually, SPYS did actually abandon that strat and did bring a mute anyway when they went up here, I think for the 3rd time. So maybe that's not really the strat all the way to go. Razo going to be holding down Pixel regardless of that.
Yeah, she's got Shadi there, who's going to be, I assume, double peeking with her to assist her in giving an extra bit of crossfire there. This upside down rappel from Valkyrie will be absolutely critical, and she'll be able to get some shots onto Razo, but very smartly, she's going to rotate off that angle, and that's going to waste a heck of a lot of time because they're going to think she's still there, but the drone smartly comes out, gets rid of her, and good night, me hooks.
Great pixel angle coming out from Razo, and that's exactly why they call it Pixel. You can have all of those pixel angles just around that area, and she's going to take the Zofia off the board very early on, and a good advantage coming out from bTitans, who are playing very, very safely now, and they seem to be satisfied with that first pick.
Yeah, no need to over-aggress now, and you can see all the bTitans going, yep, we've taken our pick, goodbye, we're just going to go hold long angles now and wait for them to try and force their way in with only a minute left on the clock. It's a heck of a lot of time, though, for SPYS to do what they need to do, and you can see Pascal trying to see whether or not anyone's peeking for bathroom, but in fact, most of the peeks will happen from the end of White Stairs.
The freezer wall is indeed going to get opened up. Razo going to be trying to peek out to White Stairs, but going to get caught out by Shnati, who you were praising for her positioning earlier, and it is going to come into its fruition. As Tribaton also getting lit up by her, and Alice trying to push all the way in. Is going to manage to find Incognito. That's the first entry kill coming out from SPYS this round. We'll see how the rest of that does go through, but things are falling apart very quickly for SPYS as Tribata goes down. Now a 2v4 situation, and the Thermite and Thatcher all left. It's all going to be down to Novo and Alice to try and bring something in. Quick pre-fires coming down. Alice with a great shot, but instantly traded out by Shnati, who's going to be pulling through. It's all down to Novo in a 1v3 to try and clutch this out. Does have Diffuser, but doesn't have any hope. Shnati takes it down, and bTitans take round number 7, and they have a strong start on their defense here.
Oh my goodness, James. I did wonder whether or not the positioning of Pascal was off, considering I don't think she had enough intel to know whether or not the rotate or even bathroom itself was clear. So to stand in such an open angle like that and not know whether or not there's even a shotgun waiting there in bathroom was really irresponsible positioning. If anything, she just needed to hold it to make sure that no one pushed through into piano. Instead, she aggressed up. The team wasn't ready for the push in. People got picked off one by one, and there was enough time for a heck of a lot of the defenders to reload even before they had to re-engage. So what a strange push. I am worried that SPYS were not ready for Cafe, and that's exactly why we're seeing what we're seeing.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Yeah, I'm kind of concerned about that as well. I feel like they've fallen apart quite a lot. I don't think it's mostly down to SPYS though, because they have had like a lot of strategies, especially with their downstairs kitchen hold. They had the shield at Pixel. There's like a lot of things that are being done that are signs of a team who has practiced Cafe. Maybe not, you know, happy with their strategy at all, but they've definitely seemed to have dry ran this and definitely seem to like know what they want to do. But bTitans are just so coordinated here.
I'm not sure, and again, I'm not sure if, let's say, SPYS had pushed in a coordinated fashion, whether or not bTitans would be able to deal with that, because they are quite sporadic in their sort of hold. You know what I mean? Like, they made the smart decision to rotate off once they'd taken the pick. That was super intelligent. But I do worry that if SPYS is able to pull together their coordination, that they might be able to bust through this kind of defensive setup. But we'll see how they go this round. It's going to be a bakery take by the looks of it. Tri-Baton rocking the Ash there, something she's very comfortable on. She's going to move her way into bakery. Missed the cam once, but won't miss it twice. And they'll know that there is no such bakery hold happening here like we saw featured from SPYS.
Yep, lots of Hojons are going to be going out across bakery. And as you said, no heavy bakery hold going on whatsoever. So SPYS have actually been given quite a lot of control here already, but clearly this is part of the plan from bTitans, as they're holding heavy onto Bar and Red Hole.
I suppose if you're going to give up bakery control, you'd better hope that you have the angles to be able to hold it. CC's rocking the Vigil. I assume she is above, and that wall will get opened up, and so will the second, and that is Novo's job done. She has effectively gotten the walls open. She is holding the diffuser, but there's quite a few C4s. I believe Razzo and Dashini will be rocking the C4s on site there, so they have enough that they need. And I'm worried SPYS are not taking vertical control here, but it doesn't matter because Tri-Baton's going to take the head off the castle, and that's going to be Red Hallway all hers.
So we'll see how things do go through. Nitros are going to be going out here from Dashini. Well, not crushed quite yet, so a few judges have gone out, and it looks like SPYS are getting ready for the push. They do have that entry kill, and Razzo going for those pre-fires, but not able to find any kills just yet. Lots of drones coming out. SPYS should be aware of this Nitro trap that has been set up by the defense here, but Dashini is going to find her kill onto Pascal, but not before Nova finds hers onto Razzo. Now, playing very, very patiently, Mr. Kikidusa finds one and runs all the way at Redstone as the flankers are coming through, but the pre-fires come through as well. Alice finds her entry onto site. It's all up to the Romans to get back to site and deny this plank coming out from Novo. CC trying to get through into Barnes. It has that slow rotate to go through, and she's going to get back in. No impact remaining, and a great kill from Alice, and a one from Miox is going to lock out the round for SPYS.
Yeah, that was a great post-plant hold there. They had every angle they needed held. They had individuals holding down long. And I actually think Miox didn't go into any other room bar that one once she had taken Red Hallway control, and she held that angle for the entire round. So that's a good commitment to that. She knew what her role was, and they didn't take any vertical control. And I think that's exactly why bTitans were unprepared for that, because they actually put two roamers upstairs to deal with that vertical take, which just didn't happen. And it's not always necessary with a bakery take to take vertical control, because like we saw, you can just open two of the walls, hold angles, get the plant down behind the kitchen counter, and you're good to go. But it's a lot of faith to put in your teammates, and with no bakery hold, I guess they thought it was the go.
Yeah, I kind of like what they were doing there with the kind of nitro trap they had set up. They had a bandit and they had the Valkyrie both playing around the kitchen cooking area, getting ready for those nitros. And I think that could be a good way to kind of do things, to kind of bait people into an early plant and an early take, especially if you know where they're going to try and push from. And the control of the red stairs was good as well to just open up that flank. Alice did have a lot of success with that. But yeah, overall, it just didn't work out at all. But we'll see how things go down the second time around for bTitans. Still running the same strategy as last time. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Look, I think if you're going to rock this setup, be careful of the fact that SPYS didn't take any vertical control. I would also be careful of the fact that just because they didn't doesn't mean they won't in this particular round. So I'd like to see how they go about that one. But Tri-Baton now going on to the Jackal. Unsurprised by that, actually, because a really good fragging operator, really good utility, and rocking the smokes as well. So good amount of utility there.
Yeah, definitely a good amount of utility being brought through here. We'll see Tri-Baton opening up all the hatches and seeing what she can do here. I'm going to go for a top floor clear here. It's a little bit of a different push coming through from SPYS than the last time. Potentially a white stairs take, or maybe a freezer take here going through.
I do
Just
hope they
seeing-
had some pre-placed drones because that drop down was really confident. The drone actually wasn't in front of Pascal there, so I hope she wasn't face checking that one because that's extremely dangerous.
It's
But
just like, they'll never be up here.
there's
They're-
no way anyone plays top floor when they're
Yeah,
bottom floor.
exactly.
God.
Very
But
confident.
they were rather confident. They did take top floor, and this is what I'm speaking about. Don't be or never assume that just because they did something last round they'll do it again. And here it is. Here's the vertical control I was talking about that they now want to get.
Yeah, and this is good as well. Like, not having that bakery hold and not having those rotates means that this room is very small and is very easy to get vertical picks through here. Pascal should have a little bit of success with this, and Jackal tracking can also come through that vertical plate as well. Freezer hatch is now opened up, and the whole rotator of the defense should start to come through here as all of this vertical play has been opened up. Pascal trying to get some work done through this as that Jackal tracking has now come through, as well as Tri-Baton also opening up some of her own vertical play here into Freezer. Make sure no one's holding down there. We'll see Pascal just trying to do the work and trying to open up everything upstairs. Just about a minute left to go on the clock. Things not looking great here for bTitans as the first skill goes to the favor of SPYS. This is a great start to them.
Oh,
the smoke!
goodness me, Pascal. You saw it. You know she's there. Don't worry, you'll catch the feed anyway, and you'll be able to finish off. And I actually think she saw the mute, not the smoke, so she'll collect one of them anyway. And now Novo's going to open up Freezer, and this verticality was exactly what they needed, and they're going to get it. And this complete switch of strategy has taken bTitans off guard. That's a double kill for Alice. And of course, we'll see Miss Incognito attempt to do a 1v5. Many of them lit up. She might be able to get some. Oh! That was almost a beautiful flick. She'll pull out the pistol. The drones are all over her. She'll get a headshot, but Novo's there to collect, and that was almost extremely dangerous for the side of SPYS.
Well, we know why Incognito's playing Twitch now in Jaeger.
Oh,
And that was a very good attempt to down and 2 kills with the headshot pistol. Brave attempt, but not good overall. Great switch up coming out there from SPYS is going to put them just within striking distance of tying this out just a little bit. And yeah, things going actually much better for SPYS here on the attack. It looks like the team a little bit more coordinated, especially with the pre-placed drones that must have been up there to allow such a quick clear. I remember, I don't know if you remember, but ages ago when we casted the invitational calls, we did talk a lot about pre-placed drones on Consulate. Like, if you know that there's no one upstairs, you can very quickly clear the top floor. And I think that's exactly what they did.
Exactly, and a team that's amazing at pre-placed drones is North Sea Gaming, and I definitely can't wait to see again how they rock that, because I have not seen a team so proficient at pre-placed drones as I have North Sea Gaming in these kind of tiers of gaming. So this is amazing to see, and yeah, again, maybe we're missing it, maybe we're not seeing it, but maybe they do have really good pre-placed drones, and they've been hot droning their roamers in as well. So that switch, that complete 180 away from doing the bakery push onto doing a complete top floor and white stairs clear, we had all of bTitans dancing all over kitchen. There was nothing they could do. They were literally, you know, mice in a trap, if you ask me. So they're dancing around. They couldn't do anything about it. And now we'll go to top floor to see whether or not bTitans can rake up another round.
Objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
I
What are you
like the
thinking?
pulse being brought here. I think this is something that was lacking from when SPYS did this whole Nitro playing downstairs, is that they didn't have active intel when they were doing it. I think a pulse not only gives you that active intel, but in a way it forces the attackers to do a roam clear.
Yeah, if you know there's a pulse on the opposing team, you either clear it or you make someone push it exactly the same time you want to do the execute. There's no two ways about it. You also risk the fact that as you're getting into piano, for example, if no one's down there holding it, you also risk losing someone before they've even gotten in. So that could be really dangerous. And oh, CC knows that there's someone there. Is she going to jump out? She doesn't have the window prepped, so it's not a smart idea. And now she's finally getting tracked. Tri-Baton going to give the full details away, but CC does not seem worried whatsoever.
So, Thermite Charge will go down from Novo, and they'll get the open the piano control, and the Claymore will go down to Red Stairs, cover that flank watch, and we'll see things, how they are going to be going down. bTitans could be trying to hold on to this very aggressively here. Razo going to be picking it up, and kind of reminiscent of how SPYS were holding this, but things not looking good for bTitans on this defense. And oh, that is a great start for SPYS with an upside down rappel angle to Pascal. This is looking good for them.
Oh, this angle that she holds almost every time that she's ever featured her top floor rappel, and that's a beautiful upside down corner peek angle there. CC's still alive downstairs. She knows that she is being pushed, but she's being pushed by so many. She'll get the Jackal off the board. If she's not careful, she'll get refragged by Mayux. Mayux is pushing on up, desperate for that refrag, but she's on a hunt. She's on a chase, and she's got no intel while she does it.
Oh, there we go. The pulse is indeed going to get pushed. And CC going to get caught there. As we'll see the push starting to come through. Pascal getting her entry kill as well, so Incognito. And things are getting tougher and tougher for bTitans to hold on to this Cafe defense. Repels should start to come in sooner rather than later. It's Alice on this upside down Repel going to go for the pre-fight. She knows where she is now. And Schnat getting a very tight position here. Up onto the top of White Stairs. Alice still holding down the rotate as well. Schnat just trying to do what she can. She's still playing around Heaven. She does still have that Nitro available. Peeks around onto New Balk, but things are starting to look a bit squiffy here for bTitans. They're in a 4v2, but that clock is ticking down, and they definitely can just play this very, very patiently. Nitro should start to go out sooner rather than later, but the headshot is going to come through from Dashini. She could be able to kill one. Almost gets two, but no. SPYS take the round as Mux finishes her off. And SPYS have managed to even it out 5-5.
This is the comeback. I mean, I spoke about SPYS being a really proficient attacking team. I think I'll always say that their attack has been featuring stronger, more coordinated pushes than their defensive side has. We saw that in the past 2 weeks as well. But oh, bTitans, goodness me, they have moments of greatness in their rounds, and then it crumbles very quickly. So I think for SPYS, their coordination has picked up. They know what they want to do now. 10 kills apiece for Pascal and Alice have been popping off. And Alice actually is the main support, or one of the main support for the side of SPYS. So she's been doing an excellent job there. And we see Incognito accidentally picks up the Tachanka. She'll 6-pick off onto the Valkyrie. And they'll go upstairs to see what they can do.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Now,
This upstairs defense, I think maybe it was a... This upstairs defense, I think, was really, really aggressive last time from bTitans. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but them getting caught out early, especially when the upside-down repels that were coming out, I think was a big reason why they lost the round.
I mean, the challenge onto Red Stairs was almost successful by the Jaeger. I do want to say that the bars actually caught the shots. Had the bars not have caught the shots, they would have been able to take one pick, and that would have been quite devastating, I think, for the SPYS push at that particular time. So I think now what they'll be thinking to do is they need to be able to hold Pixel Corner for longer. They don't need to have someone running around freely in piano if people are going to open up the windows. They need to have someone holding that angle and either crossfiring with someone else or holding it until death, essentially.
Definitely. So, Tribat are going to be repelling up here with Pascal. Looks like they're going to go for a pretty similar clear to what they were doing the last time, Sludge getting the hatches. And, yeah, like, things seem to be pretty even for SPYS. I feel like, with this upstairs take, there's really only one way you can really go about it, and that's with a piano side take, and that's exactly what they have been doing. This is a very dangerous place for Dasheen to be in right now.
I actually really enjoy it, and you see actually Hungry from Panther, he sits there a lot of the time with smoke and shotgun operators because he's able to sit there pretty well undetected, and I believe they actually used the Jackal track.
Well, that's what I was about to say. Like, the Jackal's going to go to Skylight immediately, or he's going to go to the New Balk hatch, and she's just going to get tracked. Like, yeah, I definitely agree. Like, a mute, something that used to happen on my old team, is that we would play a mute in that position. You can play a shotgun there, and you can peek onto New Balk. It's quite easy to do. But being on that elevate position, I feel like you're putting yourself in danger of, like, a nade. Especially with the Jackal tracking.
I do hope there is an ADS featuring there somewhere. You can put it on the top of pillar pretty effectively and feel quite safe there. But it has stalled out SPYS quite a bit, actually. They're sort of focused on this Jackal track. They're also focused on the Jaeger, I believe, who is featuring in Pixel Spot. And look at this. Razzo's not giving them an inch. Not going to give them the body that they gave them last time. And this time is just going to hold on until they're pushed to death. Oh, no!
Yikes. That was almost a great wallbang. And if that wall wasn't reinforced, I'm pretty sure she would have killed him.
Wow. That's so unfortunate. You can see Miyuk's below actually, and there's no pulse this time. They've thought better of it, so there's no
There
one to
is still
catch
CC
downstairs.
below with the Nitro, however, and she just had that super shorty as well. So she could definitely do a little bit of work on that vertical play, but the mute's going to get caught out, and there goes Dasheen as the first entry kill coming out. CC good looking to try and trade her that. Miyuk's trying to play in pillars and see what she can do here, but CC playing very patiently here. It's not going to be rewarded just yet. Just going to whiff the shots a little bit, but it's going to take her down. Finally, CC going to trade that out.
Pascal then is going to get the kill onto Missy Incognito. And look at all these upside down repels. It's almost as if SPYS practices that exclusively with their players. The C4 will come out. It won't do anything. And that Alice upside down repel is dangerous, but will be traded straight back out by Razzo, who read into it. And now it's a 2v3. It's very doable for the defense, but they need to make sure that they get their second player upstairs ASAP. There's 10 seconds left. All Razzo needs to do is to be able to stop this defuse, and this might all be over. CC on red stairs, waiting for everyone to move in. The plan to go down. Tri-Batten make her way into bar area, and Pascal sitting comfortably in toilets.
Yeah, the punt has now successfully gone down. CC and Razzo trying to go for this retake. CC just dueling on Nubalk. Oh my god, she's going to get the kill onto Nova. She pulls out Legion Mine. That is bad timing on her part, but there we go. Razzo. No, someone's rotating to Freezer. Is not going to win the duel against Tri-Batten, but it's all between her and CC to try and bring it in. Your teammate is now injured. Pascal should give the call out. However, CC does confirm that kill. Almost finds the second. Oh my god, so close. Tri-Batten so very low HP. With a barrel 6 out, and she goes for the pre-fire. She takes her down. CC won't confirm the kill, but she will confirm the counter defuse.
You can see for just a second there, she pulls out her secondary, going to confirm the kill, and thought, hang on, I still have 7 seconds and I need to get this defuse down. And what a great retake. In fact, I was worried that CC was taking far too long. Oh, toilet paper. Yes, thank you for that, CC. We very much enjoy your charm. I was worried she was taking far too long with that flank. Had she come up earlier, she actually might even been able to stop the plant, but that retake was quite effective, and it's exactly what that team needed to be able to get this going. And whew, we're on match point here for bTitans. SPYS need one more round to push it further, but they've got an uphill battle against them.
So, this could be our first overtime.
It could be our first overtime, exactly, James. If you guys haven't been tuning in, we've not had an overtime in the past 2 weeks of game days, so be good to see, or at least on the EU side of things, we have not. So, be interested to see.
Well, I mean, well, first of all, if you're not been tuning in, I'm just disappointed generally. Not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Yeah, look, being disappointed is worse than being angry too.
Yeah.
I feel
Definitely. It cuts harder.
Goodness me. Look at
But
this
it will
setup,
be,
though.
It will be match point to bTitans here, and we will see them go to reading room for the very first time. We'll see exactly how they want to hold on to this. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be very heavily upstairs hold. They seem to be pretty familiar with this site, given the plant they did last time when they attacked her. I feel like teams who can creatively attack a site know how to creatively defend it.
Oh, there's a rotate from white stairs into fireplace. I like this.
Yeah.
I like this so much. The hatch is reinforced. Everything is good to go. Tell me bTitans didn't damn dry run this, weeks before this game has even started.
Yeah, they're definitely very, very familiar with this map. They're very coordinated on it. They're doing very, very well. I think they've had a little bit of a surprise matchup here against SPYS. I don't think that SPYS haven't dry run this, but it's very, very clear that there's a difference in these teams and the level of prep that they've done on Cafe and how comfortable that they are on Cafe here. So, could argue that bTitans potentially win the map ban here, but we won't know for sure.
Absolutely. It looks like SPYS are wanting to do a top floor take. As per usual, Pascal rocking the sledge, getting those hatches open very early, and the drones will come shooting around top floor. Pascal looks like the upside down rappel onto white stairs might be what she wants to feature for now, taking over Alice's, and Miyux is already down near fireplace actually, so that might be something they also want to do. They might want to, sort of feature exactly the same push we saw bTitans do earlier.
Miyux desperately trying to get into train here. She has managed to get a lot of control. And, this could be very successful, honestly, if she managed to just creep her way in. And she has done. Miyux takes down Dashini, and she has control of train. She takes the mute down. That's a Nitro off the board. 1 of 3 still up. We'll see how this is going to go down. But it looks like Schnat has managed to come down onto Laundry instead. But they've lost a lot of control here, honestly, and they don't actually have a lot of sightlines into Dining. Oh no, the whiff almost from Miox, but she does manage to take out Shinati, and that is a good kill from her. So a couple of kills on her board. We'll see how things are going to continue to work out for SPYS, and they've got a lot of control, and they've got a lot of kills now as well, as Miox finds a third kill of the round. Could she be going for the ace now? He's missing Cognito, holding down this rotate desperately with a very aggressive angle. Miox is going to go down, and she is out of it, so no ace for her. And Razo doing well to holding down Dining, but they've lost really complete control of the map. They only have the sights now.
I hope there's enough intel from the Valkyrie there to let them know. I mean, Tribaton right next to her. Good night, missing Cognito. The trade will come out, but that's a beautiful shot. Now it's all up to Razo, who was smart enough to rotate into the A site and get those picks initially. She knows someone's dropped Laundry, surely, but she doesn't. Pascal's going to take advantage of that, and that's going to be the round of SPYS. And we're
going to overtime. We're going to overtime. This is a very, very close matchup, and we'll see how things are going to work out as we do head into our very first round of overtime. bTitans start out on the attack here, as they start out on attack during the main phase.
Overtime between two teams that we thought overtime would not happen between. Of course, the leaderboard is not always reminiscent of how these matches will go. It's very early on in the season, ladies and gentlemen. It's only play day number 3. And for some of these players, their third ever competitive match. So absolute shout out to these teams who I met with quite a few of them. I've had a few interviews with them over the past few weeks. I've spoken to their captains, some of their players, and a lot of these players have been coming back to me with the feedback that after they've been playing, they go back and they watch their VOD, you know, once, twice, sometimes more, sit with their coaches and analysts, and they literally go through every mistake in hope that they can rectify it for the following week. So it's a lot of work these girls have been putting in. Some teams scrimming every single day, some scrimming multiple times a day, 5 times a week. I mean, the effort being put in from these women is absolutely amazing. So shout out to them. But top floor hold will be the choice of bTitans to start off with, something that SPYS did struggle with a little bit as well. So the castle being featured is just going to stop them even further.
10 seconds remaining.
Again, same shield coming out from bTitans, but this time they brought the Ella and they brought the castle. You've got 6 picks from the clash. So we'll see that does work out for them. Looks like they're holding very conservatively this time, not wanting to be too aggressive up here. Do you want to quickly mention that on my strafe, and I know we already talked about this during the pregame, that I did vote quite confidently for SPYS here, and bTitans have quite surprised me with their performance here. So this could be minus what I thought was going to be pretty confident strafe points for me.
Yeah, I was confident, and look, an absolute shout out to bTitans, right? I know a lot of the girls on that team. A shout out to Simba as well, who has done some work for them. But I definitely did vote SPYS on my Strafe app as well. If you guys aren't voting on the Strafe app, get on in there. You can vote for your teams, collect some points, do whatever you need to do there to rack up and see whether you're the best. What's the goodness
analyst?
Prediction. Prediction is the word.
I think there's a certain level of analysis going into predictions.
Yeah, you know what? I will agree with that. And if there's anything to go about in this round, less than 30 seconds go on the clock. Nova's already on piano wall. She wants this open. Pascal's going to feature that repel directly onto... Ooh, that grenade's almost going to take her out as well, but she's still on that window repel. They're going to move in. There's so many of them. What are you doing? Ella's going to take out one. She tries to confirm the kill. She will, but she gets traded straight back by Mayux. And now the Jaeger's desperately trying to fight back, but Raza will think better of it and default back into the bathroom.
Dashes are going to be going out, but this is a very heavy push coming up from SPYS. Just desperately getting to piano. They have got control now. And then we'll see how it is going to be going through. Miyok's to me holding down the rotate, but is it going to be able to get the kill out of it? Dashini still holding on to Cocktail, but we'll see the castles are getting opened up. They are now complete control over this west side of the map. And we'll see how that is going to start to work out for them as they try and go for this plan. No thermite remaining, however. They're going to have to rely on this rotate to move in. No harder breacher from them to open up this freezer wall. This isn't looking good right now for SPYS, but they can still make something happen. Upside down repels galore coming out right now as Raza goes to the peak and doesn't get punished for it. What just happened? Mitsu Kinito gets her own kill as well. And she managed to retreat all the way up onto white stairs. And they have piano control, but they're not managing to do so much with it. The diffuser is still down on red. This is not looking good for SPYS. Pascal just really trying to get into the site right now. And Sophia, Miox, trying to push down onto Whitehole. Goes for the pre-fire. Wow, was that not a headshot? Miox pushing all the way onto Whitehole. Pascal gets her entry kill. And there's another kill there from Miox. It's all down to Razzo to try and make something happen. Desperately holding on to Freezer. She sees one, but goes for the missed shots. It's a whiff from her. This diffuser is not in the hands of the attackers. All she had to do was play time, but Pascal takes her down. SPYS take round number 13, and they go to match point.
Oh, what happened, James? I mean, goodness me, that could be the downfall of an upside down rappel like that, is that you do miss some of the angles that you could have got kills with because you are looking too far downwards. And that's what happened with the upside down rappel on the white stairs window. They could have easily collected some of those defenders who were wreaking havoc on the white stairs, but it didn't matter. They were able to collect it out anyway. That sneaky little crouch walk in from Pascal gave them the entry they needed. And oh, goodness me. Maybe SPYS will give us our strafe points, James? Maybe?
Maybe.
Maybe. They're looking that way. Look at that. Miox and Pascal, shoulder to shoulder there, 14 kills apiece. Quite a lot of the players on bTitans putting in some work as well. And bTitans have to be absolutely on point here if they want to bring this to 7-7. Otherwise, it's match point SPYS.
Attackers need to locate.
Things looking very intense here. We're going to go into Kitchen, which was a pretty successful defense, I gotta admit here. And I think this is kind of the site that SPYS seem to be most familiar with. They definitely weren't doing too well on the upstairs site, but Kitchen was pretty confident for them. They also managed to attack it twice successfully as well. So I think that this is a good choice for SPYS, especially with the way they're setting it up.
Yeah, I think their utilization of Pascal on the Maestro was a little bit more effective. I mean, they played it a little bit more anchor-like, I guess. And we saw bTitans dismantle their roamers pretty quickly. So I don't know whether or not that's just something that they're thinking of or that they want to do. Typing up a storm there, young man. Goodness me.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, the typing speed of an absolute maniac, 100 words per minute. But
this is what happens when people message me when I'm casting.
Yeah, you popular. Wow.
Apparently.
Give me some of that clout, James. Give me some of that clout. But look at these drones coming in. They're going to work out exactly what the setup is here. Does look like bTitans want to do a bakery push, and if they're going to do that, they're going up against the fierce setup that is a bakery hold of SPYS. So I think they should rotate, but if they don't, they need to get in there quick and dismantle this. But Alice is actually not on the bakery counter at the moment.
Yeah, I think she got caught out quite quickly here, both times that she's been playing there, so I'm definitely not against her not playing there this time, and I think it's a good setup. How does that Mozzie, that must have been on the very edge of that Mozzie drone's radius, but there we go, she will manage to kick the Mozzie drone off the board, and Alice could be playing it very aggressively up onto prep, and she has this rotate. She wants to get back into bakery. That could have been a good play right there, just getting quickly back into bakery after the drone had already come through, so they think that there's no one playing back there. And there you go, the Maestro Cam has managed to destroy the second Twitch drone as well, so it's looking too good right now.
The Maestro Cams are absolutely doing their work. Pascal dismantling all of the intel the bTitans are trying to push out. Tribatons actually had the castle next to her broken on the window, so that's going to give Razzo the opportunity to engage her. She will, and she'll take the head, and that's why the Zofia is so effective against the castles. Shinny jumps on in, is now going to hold red hallway. Missy Cognito is going to take out Alice. These are the picks they needed to bring this back. And, oh, it's a flurry back and forth, James.
Definitely is a 4v2. However, the Maestro is still up on the board. And we'll be seeing how exactly this is going to be going down. The Might Charge is going to be going down as well. They're going to hear it. Pascal going to retreat all the way back, however. But the upstairs control is in the favor of bTitans right now. They're going to be finding those vertical kills, but not quite yet. Doing a lot of damage. Pascal going to be playing aggressively. Going to rotate all the way through small. No one is looking at it right now. And Pascal is going to go for that flank. This is not good at all. Should be able to push through this, but it's going to be a 1-speed to rotate. Oh no, Pascal going to whiff the shots. This is not looking good. The planet is starting to go down from Dashini. CC finds her own kill. And it's all down to Novo. A 1 HP in a dream, but it's not going to be there. bTitans hit the round, and we're going to maximum overtime. We are going the distance on your own cafe.
This is as far as you could take it, and no matter who takes this round, they should be damn proud that they were able to push this the full 9 yards, and it's been absolutely amazing to watch this back and forth performance between both of these teams. I don't think this was exactly what SPYS thought they'd be going up against, and bTitans looking incredible compared to their last week's performance. I think this one has been one of their strongest performances thus far, and definitely someone to look out for going into future weeks.
Yeah, definitely. bTitans really been proving themselves here, but SPYS are striking back. We'll see how things do go down. We're heading to overtime, a match point, maximum overtime. We're going the distance, but it's all down to this one deciding round. There are no draws here in CCS Women's League. We play for the win, and we'll see exactly who's going to win this match. We are going upstairs for bTitans' defense.
A little meeting before the round begins, huddling around the armor pack there, give each other a couple high fives, let each other know it's all good to go, and the top floor will be their place of rest, whether or not they win it or they lose it. They're hoping to do such things. But I think SPYS, they've pushed top floor how many times now this matchup? They surely know how bTitans hold this. They surely know exactly how they need to push this. And from the confidence coming out of SPYS after their few rounds of attack, they seem to be a little bit more comfortable. So going into this, I'd like to see them do a faster, more confident push now that they know exactly how it's going to be held. But I mean, I'm not seeing much change on the side of bTitans other than the dock to the rook, really. And then we have the maestro cams to play with as well.
Yeah, we do. There's definitely a lot of intel coming out from the defense right now. And we'll see exactly how that's going to work out for them. Again, playing below with this Nitro last time didn't really work out for them so well. But we do see some vertical play getting opened up. And we'll see that is going to work out. Miox managed to get into pillars really early last time and managed to find a great kill onto the mute. No mute being played this time, however, by bTitans, but definitely something to be wary of that angle from pillars.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think they'll be putting themselves into any precarious positions like we saw that mute place last time. Instead, Dashini's going to be just feeding intel with those maestro cams, long angles that they've got. None of the spy players dropping into red yet because there's no confirmation that it is actually clear. And Novo will now try and get that wall open. Having the Thatcher paired alongside means that they're able to get that open very cleanly. And I believe there is CC below. She's opened vertical holes and no one's pushing her thus far. So if she wanted to play those, she could.
I like the Claymore from Novo there because we're very, very hard to see the red laser up against that red carpet, so hopefully might catch out a defender who tries to quickly rotate up those stairs, but not doing too much work here so far. They have managed to find their way into piano, have opened it up, and again, a very bunched up attack coming out from SPYS as they try to make their way in through piano. They've got to get that shield destroyed up onto Pixel. Oh, there's an ADS there, and it is going to catch it out. There you go, Raza going to be holding down the Pixel. However, she is getting Jackal Track. Could be an easy pre-fire coming down for either side. As Razo just managed to get away with her life, however, playing it very, very closely. Jackal is down, but not out. There's Novo trying to push up to try and retrade this kill and trying to get in. That thermite is going to be very crucial to this attack right now. Miox going below to try and see what she can do. That natural going out from CC is going to miss, however. And CC desperately trying to get what says, and she's going to do successfully. This is a very bunched up attack from SPYS right now.
Goodness me, the fact that CC was able to get away with that. She's not been effective with almost any of her C4s thus far, but she has been effective with the way that she rotates completely back up onto site very quickly. CC will get a pick on a Pascal from the rotate she did. And I think that's calling the death of SPYS here, unless they're able to do a Vitality style attack where they burst on in. They won't be able to get themselves in through anywhere but either cigar door. CC will get a second. They're going to be feeling the wrath as they didn't take her out below before. And now they're going to have to force their way in with 10 seconds left. And
that force is not going to work just yet. Miox does manage to find her entry, though, but there's just too many people to try and fight against. She's going to go down. She's going to go out. bTitans are going to take it in overtime. They're going to take it 8-7, and there goes my strafe.
Our strafe has not started off well, but you know what has started off well? One of the titans of CCSW at the moment, alongside Team Queen, has been SPYS. They are in second position on the ladder, and they have now been knocked down by the one and only German crew of bTitans. So look at that. 14 for Pascal, 17 for Miux.